I was going to say good morning. It's definitely not morning. It's 2:49 in New York. I'm coming to you live. This is Mary Amy, and this is Signs of Light. We learn and talk about topics like myths and legends, supernatural, real-life phenomenon, and that might range from Bigfoot, Sasquatch, alien abductions, aliens, divine radiance, angels, divine intervention, UFOs, which are now unidentified aerial phenomenon. Now, today's show I'm pretty excited about. You know I streamed last night, which I did it pretty late, but I've been promising you since I started this 66 days to inner peace and personal serenity, which I started on Thursday, so that we all can have that. We can all find the beautiful glowing light that's in our heart. And we're down to 60 days. Now, I mentioned to you that I'm going to Montauk tomorrow morning, and you know what? My place is a mess. I did some cleaning this morning. When we're done here, when we've done the show, and you've met Mujin Choi, the world-renowned frequency vibrational energy healer who's calling in about 9 minutes. He's usually on time. He's coming from Arizona. After this show today, I plan on packing, shopping, and I think resting a little bit. And then tomorrow it's off to Montauk, which I'm excited about, to spend time with my family. I am going to stream from there because I'm not going to miss a day. I promise you, and I will keep promising you. I do take off Sundays, which I will be traveling back, so that won't work anyway. But I will continue, like I have been, to give you healing tips to inner peace and suggestions for you to connect to a light source, engage with nature, and record your sleeping dreams for the universe to guide you on your ultimate destiny. Mary, what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to cover Bigfoot hair and skin DNA, how to raise your vibration to a higher frequency, and alien reproduction vehicle. What is that? I found out about that yesterday. I had found this video, if you watch yesterday's stream, and they were at this press conference, and it was ufologists and people that have studied and scientists and investigators that have studied what happened at Roswell, what happened with the crash and the debris that came from Roswell. Did it go to Area 51? And these gentlemen all discussed this alien reproduction vehicle, and I'm going to get to that. Now, first, I have to give you a disclaimer that I am not a medical professional. I give suggestions to inner peace and personal happiness. I have holistic modalities, and they include, I'm an intuitive wisdom coach, I'm a Reiki master, and I'm an ordained minister. I'm really, really lucky because during the process of becoming certified with those healing modalities, I was given the gift, I believe it was divine intervention, of light, which have helped me to connect more to nature and to understand how important it is that you release negative emotions and energies to have a calm and peaceful inner spirit. And that's why I'm here, because I'm hoping that I can share that with you. Now, I'm going to say before we get on to our first topic, which is Bigfoot hair and skin DNA. What is that exactly? I just want to say bright light shines on us. Every thought is very powerful. We are all part of a whole. Your pain is my pain, and my pain is yours. Karma is a cycle of cause and effect. Now, the sacred knowledge I impart on you is to connect to a light source, engage with nature, and record your sleeping dreams for the universe to take you on your ultimate destiny. Okay, yesterday, late yesterday, I was streaming till 11:30. I spoke to you, or was it? It might have been the day before. Everything's getting confusing to me. I had spoke to you about this DNA, and there was this vet named Melba Ketchum, and she had done this 5-year study on DNA in her lab, and she claimed that Bigfoot was real, and she had proof. She had 101 samples of DNA from Bigfoot, and she revealed her research, and there was a lot of skepticism about the outcome. And we know that in the worlds of ufology, and we know in the world of Bigfoot and Sasquatch, these individuals who are researchers or investigators, they feel very protective over the material, and they don't really let outsiders come in. Melba Ketchum, the vet, she decided to get involved with some of these people, and she carried on projects with them, and some of them went sour. So I don't really know if her research was valid, and if there was evidence. She claims there's evidence. Like I said, they have basically debunked her. Now, I found out that there was this man who I've been reading his book. His name is Peter Byrne. And Peter Byrne is an author, and since 1960, Peter Byrne has been searching for Bigfoot, and he searched with a famous Texan named Tom Slick, and whether they were on the Himalayan expeditions or in the U.S. to explore Yeti and Bigfoot, Peter Byrne was searching, and he has not yet seen Bigfoot, but he believes he's out there. Now, I'm reading this book, and as I take my trip this week, I am going to read this along with this book that I'm reading I showed you yesterday, Strange Craft, by a pilot who had UFO sightings, and he believed that there were aliens at the crash at Roswell. Anyway, so Peter Byrne, this is Peter right here, and here's a Bigfoot footprint, and he has this book shares original work and about the Bigfoot phenomenon. He's critical of theories in connection with the Bigfoot world. See, here we go. Documents casting light on his endeavors. Now, Peter Byrne became the director of the Bigfoot Information Center in Dalles, Oregon. He spotted a group. I'm going to show you the documents from the FBI. That's where the documents come in from the FBI. There's hair and skin that he sent to the FBI. And I have the documents which were declassified. Peter Byrne had spotted a group of hair and skin snagged on the bark of a tree between two trees. And he bagged the sample and he delivered it to the FBI for analysis. Now, he never heard back. However, I have the documents showing the back and forth between him and his organization, the Bigfoot Information Center. And the documents start from 1976. He found out only recently, in the last few years, he's in his 90s, found out the results from the FBI he never heard. Can you imagine? Okay, so now here's a picture of Bigfoot. Okay, and as I show you these documents. Here's the document. So here's one of the documents right here. And this is from the Bigfoot Information Center that he sent, related to the sample of hair and skin that he claims allegedly was from Bigfoot. So he sent this to the Federal Bureau of Investigations in Washington, D.C., and it says, "Gentlemen, This institution, he's talking about the Bigfoot Information Center and Exhibition. This institution conducts research on and into the Bigfoot phenomenon of the Pacific Northwest of the USA. We haven't been in operation for nearly 6 years, and we are associated with the Academy of Applied Science of Boston. This is August 26, 1976. Fascinating, isn't it? I find this so fascinating. From time to time, we have been informed that hair, supposedly of Bigfoot, has been sent for examination to the FBI and has been examined by the FBI. And with the conclusion as a report of the examination that it was not possible to compare the hair with that of any known creature on this continent. Will you kindly, to set the record straight once and for all, inform us if the FBI has examined hair which might be that of Bigfoot when this took place? If not take place, the results of the analysis were. Please understand that our research here is serious, and this is a serious question that needs answering. That an explanation of hair or the opposite by the FBI does not in any way, as far as we are concerned, suggest that the FBI is associated with our project or confirms in any way the possibility. Please check in your lab. So they sent this off in 1976. Now they received this document, which it's all stamped, and I wonder at this point if this was ever sent to Peter Byrne. Yes, it was, because here's another document. So this document, September 10th. So now that was August. Here we are in September. So the FBI sends this document, and it's from Peter Corcoran, Jr., Assistant Director, FBI Laboratory Division. This was sent September 10th, 1976. What are we thinking about this? They took it seriously. Dear Mr. Peter Byrne, reference is made to your letter dated August 26, 1976 concerning the reported examination of hairs by the FBI laboratory in connection. Oh, Mujin's calling. Oh, darn it, I missed his phone call. I'm not paying attention. I'm more concerned about Bigfoot.
What?
What? Are you there?
Yeah, are we on?
We're on right now. I just was talking about Bigfoot. I got distracted and I looked at the time. How many times have you called me? I'm so sorry, Mujin. So now we're talking. Let me just present who Mujin is. Hold on, Mujin. I'm just telling who you are. I want everyone to be able to hear. So Mujin is a world-renowned frequency, vibration, energy, sound healer. He specializes in magnetic energy healing, and he's a chakra master. I've known him since 2013, and we're friends because we're both, I would say, light workers. We're both basically interested in helping and healing. How are you today, Mujin?
Good. How are you?
Good. What now? Are you in Arizona?
Yes, Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Very, very cool. I've been watching your streams. I know that you have live stream on Facebook, and you give healing now. And I'm catching on that you've changed. You're no longer doing your sound healing. You have music going on. So what do you do during that? Are you spinning your hands? What do you do during your?
No. I mean, I changed to electromagnetic energy. I just changed it. No reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just changed it to magnetic energy transmission instead of sound transmission, because a lot of people like electromagnetic energy instead of sound. Sound is not for everybody, so I used the electromagnetic energy this time.
I want to share with everyone that, Mujin, I originally spoke to Mujin, and he was living in Chicago. Is that correct? I think so. right?
No, when you spoke to me, the first time I was at Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. And I didn't know I was casting a reality show pitch, and I was looking for a healer, and he responded, I think, via Craigslist. And right from the moment I spoke to him, I believed that he had something extraordinary. And to show me his abilities, he gave me some healings via the phone, which changed me. And I started to connect to light even more. And then he came out from Kentucky to New York, and we worked on this reality show pitch together. It was called Spiritual Warriors, and it was about a group of healers and psychics and mediums and angel whisperer. And then we became friends, and then we did some more work together. We did, it was called, what was it called? Earth Healers Walk. So anyway, moving forward, so Mujin stayed in New York for a few years, and since then he's been traveling the world healing people. You want to share with us some of your adventures, or what's new, what's going on? Mujin?
Well, I travel, not the world, but I went to Korea, but I travel mostly United States, from New York to Chicago to Denver to Phoenix to Tucson. I'm planning to travel again this summer.
Oh, really? Where are you going?
I don't know, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and California.
All in the summer?
RV.
Oh, you're getting an RV. Oh, you're going to get an RV? You're going to be a traveling healer like in the old days? Are you going to join, like in the circus days, they used to have the guy in the horse and carriage, and he'd go around the country with his potions and he'd heal people?
Yeah.
So tell us about, why are you doing this? Why are you helping people?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because, you got this gift. What do? You need to use it.
Right.
I have this gift, so I'm using it. That's all. Nothing else. That's all. Helping people use it because I have the gift,
Can you tell us how you got the gift?
Oh, yeah. 15 years ago, I was watching TV with my daughter, about 11:30 or 12, 11. And the UFO came, light ship came. I think it's Arcturian ship came. And I saw the ship. The next morning, I had this power running through my body. Then from there, I started healing people. But they came to me 15 years ago with light ship. And when they disappeared, they didn't disappear through the air. They just disappeared, which means they went to they traveled through dimension.
Do you feel that you were chosen, or why you? Why did this happen to you?
It's not just me. There's a lot of people who's powerful. I'm sure they're not doing marketing themselves like me. I do it because I need money,
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a people who has a gift, doesn't, tell people or doesn't, express their gift. They just keep the gift to themselves. But I don't know. I don't think I was chosen. I just I'm one of the healer that I have this power.
What is the power like? Can you explain what it's like? I mean, I've personally experienced it, so I know. I've seen you.
Let me tell you something. I can feel energy like you, because you're like clairvoyant. You see things. You see spirit. You see God. I mean, you speak to angels. I don't have that kind of gift. I don't feel energy power.
You just know that it does something. You just know that you have an impact.
I put an intention. I send energy. They get healed. but I cannot feel like you. I know you feel a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
But I can't feel like that. I don't know why, and I don't think I want to, because then I don't think I could heal 20 people a day if I feel their energy and feel, you know, energies, because you were bother you if you feel too much energy, someone else's energy.
Right. It does.
It doesn't. I don't feel that, so that's why I can heal a lot more, and that's why I could do exorcism. You know, it doesn't bother me doing exorcism, but a lot of light workers or healer, when they do exorcism, they'll come to you sometimes. So.
I can't do an exorcism. I was doing house clearings, and there was an evil, I would say it was a demon living in this house, and it was this humongous house. I mean, this house was, I don't know, some 30,000 square feet, and it started haunting me, this demon, because I was trying to get rid of it. Exactly what you just said. I could not do it because I felt too much.
Yeah, well, it's not, I don't feel that. Right now, I am doing a healing on this lady, and she's a possessed. Not possessed, but she's not possessed, but she has a breast tumor.
Yeah.
And that breast tumor is possessed by a demon. So only to get rid of it, if I try to kill that demon, she will die. The demon is attached toward cancer. So there's no way, if I try to get rid of it or kill the demon, she's going to die with the demon.
How do you know there's a demon?
Oh my God. When I do healing, they make this sound, animal sound. I mean, it's worse than an Exorcist, the movie. It's worse.
What do you say when they do that? What do? You just keep going?
Yeah, man, they speak, they say nasty thing. They growl like dog or wolf or monster. They make some weird kind of noise. I mean, this is worse than that movie. A lot worse.
No, I get.
But I deal with it. It doesn't scare me, you know. So I keep doing healing, but it's hard. She's really suffering.
Do you know why the demons are going after her? They just want her energy. What is it?
No, I think that either they want to make her suffer. I don't know. Maybe her past life, she did really something bad. I don't know. But the demon is attached to her tumor, and it's very hard to get rid of it. I can get rid of it. I can kill it. The thing is, if I do that, she's going to go with it. You know? When I do clearing exorcism, they don't attach to their tumors. They just attach to their energy body, so I could get rid of it. But this one is attached to her tumor. You know, so if I try to get rid of the tumor, she's gonna go with it. Man, it looks disgusting.
So what can you tell us where the tumor is, or we don't? It's personal.
It's in her breast. It's on her breast.
That's sad.
Breast tumor. Oh yeah, I mean, she's suffering, but she's not dying. This is the thing.
But will it kill her if it doesn't?
Her tumor is the size of like two football. You know, two football.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Imagine the two football is opening up. That's, you know, when I showed to my friends the picture, they couldn't eat for like whole week. But it doesn't bother me. But, I think that.
What does the doctor? What do the doctors say?
They don't want to see her because when she told me that when she went to the hospital for checkup or chemo, they told her not to come back to the hospital.
Why?
Because they cannot handle it. Man, you need to see her picture.
No, I can't. You know what? I can't.
Yeah,
I can't handle that. Like you can handle things, I can't handle losing.
Doctors say don't come back. We cannot help you because they think they know. I think they know that this is not, tumor, but something else too. So they really get scared when she comes to the hospital. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm very sad for her. The way I handle when bad energies come to me is I used to be scared because they were scary, like what you said. Because I've heard voices and I could see them in my third eye, and I just embrace them with hugs and love, and then they leave because they don't like that.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of easy, isn't it? I embarrass. You know, I deal with them with the sword.
You're so funny. So
I use my energy sword.
Okay, I don't know if you've watched my show. I don't think you have yet, but you're going to probably watch this. I talk about UFOs, and I talk about aliens, and we've covered like the 9 different. There's a lot of different types, but 9 basics that I've discussed. I've heard you and seen you post. What do you know about reptilians? Do you believe that there's any aliens on this planet that are humanoid, that people are or pretending to be human and they're really?
Yeah, I
tell
know,
us.
because I know a counselor who I used to help. She met a reptilian kid. He's telling and when I saw the picture, yeah, this kid is not human. Well, okay. I think there's a few different types of aliens. The blue ones, Arcturians.
Right.
They have a vibrate the most, like next to God, you know.
Right.
But when I do heal, and there's a grays, and reptilians and
the grays.
So when I do healing, especially healing on leukemia, blood disease, okay, I'm very good with them, you know. So when I do healing, most of the time they come out to help me, you know. Arcturians, they come out to help me. But thing is, every time I do this blood disease, when they come out, they bring gray.
They do. What does the gray look like? Can you see them or you just hear them?
No, I don't see them. You know, they're telling me they bring gray. You know, gray, the bad alien.
The gray. You know, so, but are the gray bad? The gray are bad?
Yeah, they say it's bad. I don't know, but they're telling me it's bad. But they bring gray when I do blood disease. So Arcturian doesn't clean the blood. They're giving commands to gray to clean up the blood disease. So grays, you know, have to do this. So Arcturians are telling grays to clean up the dirty mess. They did it, so they, you know, they clean up and they leave.
So what is it? What do you hear? I mean, is this a voice you hear? What do you hear?
No, I don't hear voices. I hear color, blue. I see blue colors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But my friends are telling me every time I send picture of myself, hey, there's two blue guys next to you.
Who says that?
A lot of psychic. I don't know. Did I tell you I was at New York and I was walking toward? It was a Spanish Harlem. You know, there's a lot of people there who speak Spanish there, and there's one black Spanish lady standing against the wall when I was walking by, and she was screaming at me, cursing at me, calling me names. All suddenly she was just calling name at me, and you know me, I don't back down. I went out straight up to her. I go, what is your problem? And she goes, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to two blue guys next to you.
No way.
Yeah, but she's not the only one. You know, people are telling me that I have two blue guys always with me. I knew that since I saw that the Spanish lady. It was long. As soon as I started, psychics are telling me, hey, there's a two blue genie. You know that genie kind of guy, big and muscular. He's always next to you. You know.
What are the name of the blue aliens? Spell their name. What is it? Wait, what did you call them?
I don't know, but My bodyguards are 10 feet tall blue beings. I don't know their names.
Oh, 10 feet tall? So are they Nordics?
Yeah, they're 10 feet tall blue beings. They're next to me all the time, so.
I wonder if it's these guys. A Nordic alien, 6 to 7 feet tall. Could that be it?
No, these are 10 feet tall.
Oh my goodness, what are they?
They're protector. They protects me.
So Nordics are 6 to 7, tall whites are 8 to 10. But you're saying they're blue.
You don't know. It's same thing. They're blue. They can be blue. We don't know that. Their opinion is their dream, but we really don't know. Do you understand? But
right.
when I know they're about 9 to 10 feet tall. They're blue.
Mm-hmm.
And one is Arcturian and one is Palladian. And I have Arcturian face in my palm. You saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Arcturian in my palm, because, every time I do healing on my patient, they could see them healing them. And I said, why you don't come show yourself to me? And next day I see their face in my palm after I said that.
How do you think the lady saw them? Someone's asking me, I Love Fun is asking, how do you think she saw them?
No, for example, I was doing healing. There's all different people are different. Some people could see it right away. Some people could only see outline. Some people could see the whole, whole body. Some people see as a color. People are different. But some lady told me, when I was doing healing on the liver, hey, how's your liver? Over the phone, I goes, it's getting fine. But there's a 5 feet tall blue person touching my liver.
Wow.
But this is how I do my long distance healing. When I do healing here from Arizona, I do healing to New York. It's the blue beings that are doing healing for me. Do you understand that? They're the one doing healing on the other side.
Do you think that the aliens are going to come out to us? That you said that...
Yeah. Somebody told me they will be here 3 years from now to show themselves. But I don't know, if I believe it. But that's what they told me. That's 2024, year of the microchip.
Year of the microchip.
They're gonna start implementing microchip full force in 2024.
Really? The aliens are?
No.
The humans.
The human lapdogs. Working for bad aliens.
Oh, bad aliens. So do you believe that these aliens, or have you known of any aliens? I've heard that, for example, reptilians shapeshift. So they're actually walking around, and we don't realize that they're around us. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah. I think one of them. I heal one of them.
Mm-hmm. You healed them.
Yeah.
What was it? What were they like?
Well, they're like regular. They got sick, so somebody said, I'm reptilian, I'm a good guy, I need help.
Wait. He said to you, I'm a reptilian?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
He said, I'm a reptilian alien.
Yeah, people like that out there. Maybe they're real, I don't know, but they're telling me, so I just believe it. But some lady, I know a counselor, she does counseling for these homeless kids, and this kid showed himself to her, and she freaked out, but his kid is really reptilian. Looks,
So
there's people out there. There's aliens out there. I guarantee you there's out there walking among us.
when you healed this reptilian...
Yeah, I don't know, but when I do healing on some ladies, they see me. First they see Arcturian, then some of the Arcturian turn into me. I got testimonial. So like
you have a testimonial.
I was healing on the other side. She goes, "Hey, Mujin, you're turning to blue beings or Arcturian or Palladian." And I don't know. I'm doing it, but the people who's there, they see me turning to Arcturian, big-headed, Arcturian.
So so I have someone asking, how did they get here? How do you think the aliens got here?
Got here where? They've been here a long time ago. They've been here millions of years ago here. I don't know how they get here.
You don't know how they got here. Yeah.
I mean, you know, they were here a long time ago, right?
Right.
I know that. They were here million years ago. We had a high, society million years ago. But they had some kind of storm, flood. Mm-hmm. Everybody became, again, and, became as a caveman again. It repeats all the time. Mm-hmm. They're destroyed by some kind of weapon or weather, then we become a caveman again, Then we're going to get destroyed again, then becomes came again, It's like that.
I have a question. Another question came up. Do you think aliens believe in God?
Yeah, I think they believe in... Yeah, I think so.
So God created aliens?
I don't know, but I think they pray to beings.
Uh-huh. They pray to beings? You think
because
aliens
they're spiritual. My alien friends are spiritual. Because... Now, I got tons of video. I don't know if you saw my video about a couple months ago that I was walking, I have 7-acre land in the place where I live, and I was walking around, and there's always the 2 stars on top of my house. Mm-hmm. 2 stars, right top of my house. So it's about 6 o'clock. 7 they came out, star came out. Mm-hmm. I was walking and came back again, walking. I saw that star like 3-4 times in 1 hour, because I was walking. Then all suddenly, one star disappeared and one didn't disappear, move. One star moved. Mm-hmm. Oh, but damn, that's not a star. So I got my video. I did a Facebook Live, and I have it here, moving. Star moving. So all the stars that you see at night, especially the bright ones, they're not stars. I guarantee you they're not stars.
The time 15 years ago when you were visited by aliens or a spaceship, has that happened to you again? Or is that
Oh yeah. I mean they don't visit. They're here all the time.
But I mean to you.
If anybody could come and stay with me for a couple of days, they're gonna see a spaceship.
What? Wait.
So I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
So it was no big deal anymore. Do you understand that? It's no big thing. I went to Walmart and I showed one lady, hey, look at the UFO. She goes, yeah, and she went back to the Walmart.
So what does it look like? Tell us about that. Tell us about...
It doesn't look like it's a light. It's a star. When you see a star,
yeah,
you see a light, right?
Yeah.
That's it. They travel with the light ship. So every time you see a UFO has an angle on it, they're man-made. The real alien travel with the light ship.
Real alien travel with a light ship.
Angle shape, those are man-made. Government-made, man-made, angle shape, But the real UFO ships are light ships. Mm-hmm. And I think that real UFO doesn't travel through the air. They disappear through the dimension.
Wow. So how do you live in this world and you've come in contact with all this supernatural and extraordinary experiences? How do you feel about that? Does it kind of make you a little concerned about anything?
I have no time to concern. I'm so busy healing people.
Well, that's good.
When I wake up at 5, starting from 5 a.m. until like 9 o'clock at night, I only got maybe in between half an hour, maybe 20, but every hour I have to be healing. Every hour. So I have no, I can't even go to shopping or go somewhere because there's so many people calling. So so busy. If you're not busy, you think. Then when you think, then you gotta think like that. But I have no time to think because I'm busy so much. Do you understand? I don't feel anything. I just, okay, they are helping me. They're giving me a protection. They're giving me energy. That's what I go about my job. Heal people.
Also, it seems like, I've known you for, how long have I known you? Like 8 years or 7 years, right? Probably.
Yeah.
In that period of time, you've had so many more experiences than when I knew you and you lived in New York. And it just seems like you've really, your whole life is engulfed with healing, and you're just moving from patient to patient, aren't you? You're just helping patients. That's your focus.
Yeah, you gotta be busy.
You keep busy.
I want to be busy because, if you're not busy, your mind will go somewhere else. I don't want to.
Now, Mujin, did you realize lately, or have you noticed in the news, they're declassifying, and they said that they're coming out with this unidentified aerial phenomenon report? What's that about?
They already know. They're just giving us some easy photo. They already know. The government already know. So they're just giving us easy photo.
Why now? Why are they showing this to us? Why are they admitting to this now? Is it more? It seems like alien UFOs.
No, they don't want to draw attention to something else. Let's say there's a big issue here, and then you bring out UFO, that people their mind or focus on UFO instead of a real issue.
But why now? Why are they? Is this because you said in 2024 they're going to reveal themselves to us, the aliens? I mean, why are they?
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk to them, but I asked my student, and she speaks to them. I have a lot of students who speak directly to you, blue beings.
Okay.
Really? Oh yeah, my students are very talented, gifted. I have a few, and one told me that they're coming in 3 years. I don't know. Okay, but they're coming soon.
Well, just so everybody knows out there, right now we're speaking to guest Mujin, and he's a world-renowned energy vibration sound healer, and he is someone who's actually experienced some very dark energy, and what?
Mary, if you go to Crestone, Colorado,
yeah,
there's a lot of activities there.
There's what?
A lot of UFO activities there every day at night.
Oh, really?
Crestone, Colorado. I think because of the whole mountain is made out of crystal.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of activities there. When I went there, oh my God.
What do you think the purpose, I'm curious. Your mission and your purpose is to help and heal, and I feel the same way. Do these aliens do they live forever? Do they have a purpose and
I don't
mission?
know. If I knew, I wouldn't be here. I really don't know. The only thing I know that is I gotta help people. It's like them. They're like us, good humans. When you have a flat tire on the highway, on the street,
mm-hmm.
a lot of people will stop by to help you, right? Some people, right?
Right.
They're like that, the aliens who just, they're flying by and, they need help, so they just come to help us.
Sounds like angels.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Seems like these aliens are connected with angels.
Really?
Because when I do healing I did healing on this kid, they had like few psychics around them, and as soon as I'm done, she goes, I saw 2 blue alien, one like human being, one is like small, big-headed. I know there was Arcturian and one was plated.
Mm-hmm.
And there were angels. So they work together, the blue beings and angels. Because a lot of time when I do healing, they come out. Angels and blue being comes out together.
Angels come out. So have they described angels to you? Because I have, I'm obsessed with angels.
I don't know. I didn't ask them how they look like, but they feel they're an angel. They say, I see angels and blue beings working together.
Beings of light? They see light? Is that how they describe angels? Do they just...
Probably some people maybe see the wheel wings. It all depends on the person. Some people see light. It's how they interpret,
Mm-hmm.
People have a different interpretation. But some people, I'm sure they see real, actual feather, angel, and some people see as a figure,
mm-hmm.
blind figure. Some people as a color, blue or white. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Mujin...
But, they work together. It seems like, always when I heal somebody and I see them and they work together. Angels,
mm-hmm.
the blue beings,
mm-hmm.
Archerian. But mostly it's Archerian who comes out. Archerian. Yeah, they're the one who comes out a lot, healing with me.
Do you know what Archerian looks like? Because I don't really have any...
Yeah, it's in my palm. It looks like big head. It's big-headed.
Right, the big-headed alien?
But, people think the alien looks cute and adorable. No. they're aliens.
Yeah, they're not cute and adorable aliens?
They will not look adorable and cute. Do you understand that?
Well, I don't understand that because I've never seen an alien. How would I know? Yeah, I don't know what an alien looks like.
I know, but if they show us themselves, they're not look cute. They don't look cute.
So do they have big eyes and like a big head? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Archerian has a big eyes, big head. Yeah.
Do you believe in angels, Mujin?
Yeah.
Yes, so do I. So do you think that aliens, when I looked into the different types of aliens, they say some of them are very benevolent and they're interested in world peace, and then some of them want to take over the world. Like, for example, reptilians. Conspiracy theorist David Ack claims shapeshifting. Reptilian aliens control Earth by taking human form and gaining political power to manipulate societies. I don't really want to go into politics, but I'm just curious about the world domination. Do you think can you shed any light on reptilians and world domination, humanoid lizard people? Mujin?
I don't know.
You're like, no, I don't want to talk about this.
I really don't know. Do you understand? A lot of people, psychics, are telling me that, when you do research, you do some research, there's a stories, but I believe, for me, I think it's bad alien versus good alien, I think.
It is really that? So they're having good and evil?
Yeah, I think so. Good,
really?
Good and again, yeah. Bad alien versus good
what?
Alien.
That's the first thing I didn't even know anything about that.
Yeah, again, good and evil. Again.
Good and evil, but good will always triumph over evil.
But you need evil to have triumph.
I know. Isn't that terrible? I know.
Without evil, you don't know.
Without evil, you don't know.
That's why there's always be evil because of there's a good.
Because of what?
You need evil to have a good, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think just like you can't have light without darkness.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah. I don't know. I'm just sick of this video game of God's video game.
The what video game?
God's video game.
Oh, you're saying God is playing a video game, so we're part of a video game? Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Beginning of the time, good and evil.
The other day, I had during one of the chats during streaming, one of the followers asked me if about the end of the world. Do you hear anything about the end of the world?
I think there's not going to be end of the world. There's going to be some problem. But, I mean, look at the Earth history. Maybe millions of years, 2,000 years of our history is only just tiny little, not, you can't even, it's not, you can't even see it, that 2,000 years. Do you understand? It's going to go on.
Right.
There's not going to be end of the world,
Right. I don't believe at the end of the world. I like, again, good triumphs over evil. And I believe in free will and nothing, there can be suggestions. I don't think anyone's orchestrating. Like you talk about I believe in God and that good will triumph. And maybe the aliens are just, but see, aliens I always take of as being non-sensitive, like they're not, so wouldn't good and evil stem from feelings? Or what is that? If aliens don't have any feelings, then...
I think it's about control.
Oh, it's control.
Control. They want to control us, I think, do this, that, give us this. No, I don't want to talk about medicine or injection or vaccine, but, why do you want to stick something, unknown chemicals into your body? We could fit that with the light, with the sound.
Sound heal.
Yeah.
About sound clearing, about energy healing. I've heard your energy healing. And
we could do it with the sound, the frequency, light. It's more like a, real futuristic, medicine or technology. But when you're like injecting or cutting off or medicine, those are kind of, I see as like reptilian technology, injection, chemo. Oh my God. Using poison to heal things,
Mujin, if anyone wants to reach out to you, they can find you on Facebook, right?
Yes. Oh, by the way, I'm going to that mega UFO festival.
Okay, so where is that and when is that?
In Las Vegas, June 6th.
Oh, I heard about that, June 6th.
Yeah, in Las Vegas.
That's cool.
They're waiting for me.
Who are you going with? Who do you mean they're waiting for you?
All these people are waiting for me.
Are you going to be healing people in Las Vegas?
No, it's a convention. It's a UFO convention.
Right, I get that. But what is that? Why you're going there to the UFO convention? Or are you going to?
Yeah, to show my friends. I want to show them that Arcturian face in my palm.
So why is there an Arcturian face in your palm?
I was healing a lot of people, and every time when I do healing on them, they see them, healing them. A lot of people see them. Oh, I see them blooming. I see this guy. I see Arcturian. I see Palladium. But they never show themselves to me. I only see blue color. So one day, I say, you guys not fair. I said, you always show up my patient, but not to me. And next day I wake up, I see their face in my palm.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably say, here, you can look at us 24/7 now.
You have some really interesting experiences, Mujin. You really do.
Yeah.
So, what was I going to say to you? I was going to ask you, when are you leaving for your trip? Are you going to be leaving soon to travel the country?
Well, I'm going to another show in Phoenix.
Okay.
The coming Sunday, then after that, I'll be preparing to go to, it's 1 week festival. Mm-hmm. It's 1 week. In Nevada, nobody wears mask. In Las Vegas, nobody wears mask in the restaurant anywhere.
Oh, really?
It's completely open. Nobody wearing.
Wow.
Nobody wearing a mask down there. My friend told me right now.
Do you wear a mask in Arizona?
No, if they require, yes, I do, but not in the outside.
I bet when you go to Las Vegas, you're going to see some UFOs. Or
yeah, they're coming with me. They're going to show themselves. Watch. They will show themselves.
They will show themselves?
Yeah, watch. And they come with me. I'm going to bring my speakers outside and say, look, up in the sky.
You're so funny. So anyway, how's your family? How are your girls? Have your girls come to visit you at all?
Yes.
How are they?
The older one, yeah.
The older one
who saw the blue beings with me. And she is the one.
She's the one. Is she a healer as well?
She doesn't want to be healer now. But it's going to happen to her soon.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like you have a coming to Jesus moment. The light comes to you and you can't ignore it.
Yeah, but she's ignoring now, but she cannot ignore when time comes.
Do you ever have any dreams about any of this? Do you dream a lot?
Yeah, I used to dream a lot, but I asked them, don't give me dreams because then I can't go to sleep.
Who did you dream about? You're saying you dreamt about what? You dreamt about...
No, every time I dream is about color. I see a lot of colors and it's wild. It's like, it's wild. So I don't want to dream. Then when I dream, I can't go to sleep.
It's because...
I pray, I don't want to dream. I don't want to dream. I pray that every day I don't want to dream.
You don't want to dream.
Yeah, because then I can't go to sleep.
Maybe you're not processing your dream, your life while you're awake, so you have to do it while you're dreaming.
I don't know. So I hope I don't want to dream, so I don't dream lately.
Aww. Well, Mujin, it's been a joy having you here today. I'll send you a link to the show so you can see or hear what, happened today. And I'm really appreciative that you shared all your experiences about aliens and UFOs. And maybe you'll come back another time?
Yeah.
Yay! And are you planning on coming to New York at all that we can see each other, or are you just too busy?
If I have RV, I go to New York, but I will stay around here.
Okay. Well, I also am very grateful that you post on Facebook these energy healings of sound, and I listen to them, and I think they're good for me. I think they keep me keep my energy in harmony.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's good.
Okay, so do you have any recommendations if anyone wants to contact you? How it works? Do they just find you on Facebook?
Yeah, find me on Facebook. I have a Korean, flag. So look for Korean flag.
Okay.
Mujin Choi, and just message me. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's been great.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was interesting. That was not expected. I had no idea he was going to talk about all of that. I just didn't know if he would share it. So before Mujin joined us, we were talking about, I was telling you about Bigfoot and these documents that I received that I pulled up about Peter Byrne and Bigfoot and DNA that went to the FBI. Boy, that really gave me a lot to think about what he said. So Peter Byrne, this letter came back from the FBI, and he said, we've received similar inquiries. Wait, wrong way. I'm not even showing it to you. We received similar inquiries Since the publication of the Washington Environmental Atlas in 1975, which referred to such examinations, we have received several inquiries similar to yours. However, we've just been unable to locate any references to such examinations in our files. And I just realized that I'm not sharing with you what the hair looked like. And if you just hold on 1 second, I'll find it. Vanna, did you get food?
Yeah.
I have no idea where this picture of this hair went to. Ah. Here it is. Okay, so this is what the hair looked like. So this is basically showing that it's 5 inches long. And I'll just, so you can see that. So that's Bigfoot hair. And then the next thing that happened was he sent this letter. Thank you for your letter, September 10th. I'm writing again to see if you could possibly arrange for a complete analysis of some hairs that we have here and we are unable to identify. You may know something of the program in which we, through the part sponsorship of the undermentioned academy, are engaged. Should you not, I'm enclosing an article which will particularly explain what it is that we are trying to do. Briefly, we do not often come across hair which we are unable to identify and hair that we have now. About 15 hairs attached to a tiny piece of skin is the first that we obtained in 6 years, and we feel it might be of importance. So Peter Byrne sent that to them. And then see, that's right here, this right here. And then just Drominans. And then we had another response, and it says this is actually in the United States government. It's in the interior. Requested examination of identified hair from Bigfoot Information Center. To set out background information concerning published reports that the FBI had analyzed hair. Okay, so I'm just going to write down Bigfoot because that's what we're talking about now. Bigfoot, Bigfoot, Bigfoot. Who's Bigfoot? Published reports that the FBI had analyzed hair in connection with the search for Sasquatch, aka Bigfoot. And to recommend that requested hair examination received 11/24/76 from Peter Byrne, director of the Bigfoot Information Center, and exhibition be granted. So a synopsis, background information concerning Sasquatch set out. With request received from Mr. Peter Byrne, director of the Bigfoot Information Center, and exhibition in the Dalles, Oregon, for FBI laboratory examination of 15 unidentified hairs and tissues related to search for Sasquatch. The STS division recommends requests for examination be granted in interest of research and scientific inquiry. This was dated December 13th, 1976, as you can see. And this does not represent a change in Bureau policy. In addition to its primary mission of examining physical evidence in criminal matters for federal and state municipal law enforcement, the STS Division's laboratory branch has a history of making its unique services and expertise available. Hey, Anna, could you bring me something to eat or drink?
Yeah.
I'm so hungry. Maybe yogurt? How about yogurt? And then they responded to Mr. Peter Byrne. Now, I know one of these, in fact, maybe all of them, that he never got. until the very last one. So this was December 15th. Dear Mr. Peter Byrne, I've received your letter. Is that the same one? Nope. The November 24th requesting FBI laboratory analysis of 15 identified hair and tissue. The FBI laboratory conducts examinations primarily of physical evidence for law enforcement agencies in connection with criminal investigations. Occasionally...
There you go, Mom.
Thanks. Occasionally... I'm so hungry. Sorry.
You want your sandwich?
No. I have to eat something. I'm going to pass out. I'm just too busy. They don't mind. Nobody cares. Right? So we're talking about Bigfoot right now. And I'm just going to read this while I'm eating because I can't hold it anymore. I can't wait. They should be submitted to the FBI Laboratory Scientific Analysis Section, J. Edgar Hoover Building, Washington, D.C. That was by Jay Cochran. So he was the individual that Peter Byrne was communicating with. Assistant Director, FBI. Now, here's the results. It says, Dear Mr. Curtis, this was Mr. Howard Curtis, Executive Vice President, Academy of Applied Science. The hairs which you recently delivered to the FBI laboratory on behalf of the Bigfoot Information Center and exhibition have been examined by transmitted and incident light microscopy. The examination included a study of morphological characteristics such as root structure, moldarity structure, and cuticle thickness, in addition to scalocasts. Also, the hairs were compared directly with hairs of known origin under a comparison microscope. It was concluded as a result of these examinations that the hairs are, here's the results, which he didn't receive this answer until, well, it says it was sent in 1977, of deer family origin. The hair sample you submitted is of being returned to us. So he must have been pretty disappointed. I know he didn't find out about this for 40 years, so I don't know if this was all held. Dear Mr. Cochran, thank you very much for sending the analysis and skin which have been sent to us by Peter Byrne. We are most appreciative of your work, of that of the special agency, and Peter Cochran's of the FBI. Mr. Byrne is expected back from Nepal within a week, and we will receive copies of correspondence. Well, what's interesting is the correspondence only was found out a few years ago by Peter Byrne. Okay, moving on. I couldn't hold it. Sorry, I needed to eat. Now I would like to talk about... Okay, so let's talk about raising your vibration to a higher frequency. There was a video I wanted to show you from Bigfoot, about Bigfoot. So hold on, I'm going to show it to you. I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. There's a Bigfoot video. That is from a nest. It's very interesting, and I want to show it to you. Is this it? No. Hold on. It's called... Just give me 1 second. I'm going to be with you. I'm just trying to find this video to show you Bigfoot from a nest. Here it is. Okay, so this is I thought this was cool. So this is from a nest, this camera, and then they will show a little clip in a circle of Bigfoot walking by. You see it? Yes, that is Bigfoot walking by. It's from a camera that's in a nest above a tree. I thought that was fascinating. So it says in 2016, an Eagle Nest camera in Michigan drew attention after some observers say they spotted the mythical ape-like creature traipsing across the screen. An Idaho State University professor who specializes in Bigfoot sightings called the video interesting, but said that the grainy footage didn't offer much of a way of compelling evidence. Debunked again. No, I don't know if it's debunked. I don't think it's a hoax. I don't know. I mean, that's what the little camera looked like. Okay, we're going to raise your vibration. I am all about personal serenity and inner peace. What does that mean, raise your vibration to a higher frequency? Well, it's your emotional state. It's your vibrational energy. Emotions and thought patterns such as joy, peace, and acceptance, which create higher vibration frequency. Lower vibrations, if you hear someone say, oh, that person has a low vibration, don't hang out with them. It's because they dwell in negativity or depression or sadness, and higher frequency is more positive characteristics and emotions like joy and happy and I think peace and calmness. Lower vibrations are feelings and mindsets such as anger, despair, fear, resentment. Forgiveness to yourself and others begin to allow a higher frequency vibration. Let's be present and speak here and now about your grievances. So I'm not sitting here and saying like, oh, well, you're stuck with having a lower vibration. No, you're not. You can change that. How do you do that? Let's do it right now while you're here on, watching this stream. Why not let it go? Let it out. Release it, whatever it is. If you're angry, shout it out. I say shout it out. I talk about releasing. You can either write it down, journal, get a composition book, and have a rant book like my daughter has, and just write out whatever's bothering you. Or you can go down to a body of water and you can speak to the water and let it out. You can cry it out. I really believe that we shouldn't shame ourselves or shame others, and we should have forgiveness. Forgiveness to ourselves and forgiveness to others. Connect to the beautiful glowing light in your heart and be the best version of you. This will allow a higher frequency. Let's be present, okay, and it's beneficial to your future life. Here and now, let's start with this moment and let's begin to connect to a light source. And we're going to do a visualization. Now I'm going to remind you of the basic sacred knowledge, which is light, known as visible light, is an instrumental gift towards personal serenity. Ask for light. Ask for light to come to you. A few days ago, when I streamed, I talked about creating a ball of light in your hands and visualizing a ball of light. And what does that ball of light? So you cup your hands like this. So there's probably 6 inches between your two palms of your hand, and you're going to create like a little ball of light circle. And you're going to create a ball of light, and you're going to create this energy. We had the guest Mujin Choi. What he does actually, he does with his hands, he does with his voice, he does with, he says he has no sensitivity, but this is still equating to healing. We can heal ourselves. We can bring light into our lives. We can heal our emotions. So let's try to do a ball of light like we did the other day. Let's just, before we do a visualization, let's see. This is having an impact on me doing this because the fact that I've done energy healing work, I can feel energy between my two palms of my hands. So let's close our eyes and let's imagine that there's light between our hands, and let's ask for light. And so this light is warm, and this light is safe, and this light is inviting. And let's try to imagine this ball of light in our hands. Maybe start doing this to help you if you need to create that. And we're going to try to create a ball of light in our hands. And we're going to do this, I'm just going to do it for like a minute, and then we're going to go on to a visualization, and then we're going to talk about anti-gravity alien reproduction vehicle. Anybody out there want to join into the chat? They're welcome to it. I have not heard from Steve Irwin or Not Surf or Amexine. I don't know if they're out there today. I don't know, how is this going? Are you creating a ball of light in your hands? Are you trying to? Okay, and then when you're done, you put your hands together. So you asked for light, and you put your hands together. Okay. We are going to do this visualization. Everything's falling. Okay. Let me see. I'll do it over here. We will create vivid mental images in our mind's eye, bringing positive emotions such as joy, happiness, and hope. Blessings. Our intention today is to release negative emotions. What I know from my experience as an empath intuitive, we all have an energy field surrounding our bodies. The mental, physical, and spiritual emotional characteristics stored. I see within your field emotions, experiences, images, and symbols. Your ball of light visualization begins now. Please find a quiet space, sit or lay down comfortably, and close your eyes. Let's breathe and relax our body. Let's together do 3 inhales and 3 exhales. I'd like you to check your body for tension and stress. And let's let go of whatever is bothering us. Let's let go of any thoughts before this moment. Now, I'd like you to imagine looking up to the sky and seeing an enormous ball of light. This bright glowing light is coming down. You trust the light and you ask the light to encompass your entire body. As you accept this brilliant ball of light, you feel all the negative emotions evaporate and they disappear and leave your system. And this ball of light is now replacing the negative feelings that have left your system. And you feel warmth and you feel safe. I'd like you to hold on to that feeling. And this light touches every cell, every bone, your flesh, your organs, and every cell in your body, and you accept this light. You allow this light into every cell of your body. And you embrace the light. You feel safe. You feel at home. It feels warm. and you feel comfortable. Let's breathe out all the old energy. You're letting go. You're accepting this opportunity for the better version of you. Now I will count backwards and you will open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining us. Now, why do I believe in these visualizations and meditations? Well, I've learned myself that they help me to feel calm and peaceful in my life, and it's a gift. And it restores our pure spirit, and it clears away negativity and darkness. Well, we're gonna move on to anti-gravity alien reproduction vehicle. What is that? Well, yesterday we did a stream. I heard it during this press conference. If you look at yesterday's stream last night, it's fascinating. I knew nothing about this, and now I do. This might be a better example. So an anti-gravity alien reproduction vehicle. Now, anti-gravity research has been conducted since the 1950s. Radical concepts. The U.S. Gravity Control Propulsion Research, development of technologies and theories for the manipulation of gravity, which I believe is coming from flying saucer, the idea of flying saucers, right? There was research and development and a program from 1955 to 1974. General relativity appeared to prohibit anti-gravity propulsion. General relativity means. So the theory of gravity we're talking about. An invisible force attracts objects to one another. Gravity is a curving or warping of space. The more massive an object, the more warps the speed around it. Now, Dr. Stephen Greer, director of the Disclosure Program, suggested reversed alien technology of recovered extraterrestrial vehicles with anti-gravity propulsion. And that's what these drawings are of. And so the truth is the military has been researching anti-gravity for nearly 70 years. Well, wouldn't that be Roswell? The crash at Roswell? Since then? It sounds like science fiction, but the military began working to overcome and harness gravity in the 1950s. From what we can tell, it never stopped. Decades-old questions about the potential existence of fantastic anti-gravity propulsion technologies have resurfaced following, this is 2019, this article, following the Navy's own disclosure of encounters with unidentified aerial phenomenon and our own original reporting on series of bizarre patents assigned to the U.S. Navy that seem to defy our current understanding of physics and aerospace propulsion. While the discussion continues over whether any such technologies are feasible, the truth is that theoretical concepts behind them are anything but new. In fact, the U.S. military and the federal government have been formally researching these radical concepts since the 1950s, and according to our own research, those efforts have continued on to this very day. Anti-gravity alien reproduction vehicle. I'm fascinated by this. Anne, are you fascinated by this?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very enthusiastic. In our dive into what seems like a bottomless rabbit hole of government studies into this exotic scientific realm, we have collected a body of research, news reports, and first-hand accounts. These established are fact the types of anti-gravity, propellantness, propulsion, and mass reduction technologies described in the Navy's recent UFO patents are at least based on more than 60 years of peer-reviewed research conducted and published by the likes of American Institute of Physics, NASA, and the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, and the Air Force Research Laboratory. Wow. So this is like a diagram, if you could see, right there. And the writing is so small, but I'll read it. This U.S.-made anti-gravity propulsion system, this flying saucer, was one of 3 that were in the hangar at Norton Air Force Base. They called it the Alien Reproduction Vehicle and nicknamed the Flux Liner. ARV, Alien Reproduction Vehicle, illustrated by Mark McLandish, is an accomplished aerospace illustrator and has worked for many of the top aerospace corporations in the United States. A colleague with whom he studied has been inside a facility of Norton Air Base, where he witnessed alien reproduction vehicles, or ARVs, and they were fully operational and hovering. Is this true? Is this true? He states that the U.S. has not only has operational anti-gravity propulsion devices, but we have had them for many, many years, and that they have been developed through the study and part of extraterrestrial vehicles over the past 50 years. OMG. Here's an article right here if you look at it. In terms of the Air Force early anti-gravity research, one intriguing first-hand account comes from Dr. Lewis Witten, who is a professor of physics at University of Cincinnati from 1968 to 1991. Throughout his career, Wilton conducted research into the gravitation, quantum, gravity, and general relativity. This last one of these is the theory first put forward by Albert Einstein that proposes that gravity is essentially a warp of curve in the geometry of space-time caused by mass. Wow. Wow. Now this diagram here, you can see close up. So on here, it says passenger seats, so I guess people stay here. Secondary Tesla something. Wait, what is this? It says Tesla. Is this Tesla's? Alien reproduction. Spherical crew compartment, pilot seat, flywheel, walk wheel. See, what's so interesting is this. I don't know. Well, anyway, it's very close to this, if that's what this is. It's the same thing, right? I mean, this is this, isn't it? And then this article here, I thought this is pretty, this says November 20th, 1955, Conquest of Gravity, Aim of Top Scientists. So have they created anti-gravity vehicles? That's a question of mine. Just like crop circles from yesterday. Is there such a thing as crop circles? Do we know what crop circles are? So before we go, it's been lovely. I just wanted to recap that I was lucky enough to have Mujin Choi today, and he spoke to us about aliens and UFOs and reptilians, and he named some aliens I'm not really quite sure of. He talked about blue aliens, which to my knowledge are Andromedans. He talked about grays, and he talked about tall aliens that were blue. And then we also looked into Bigfoot hair and skin sent by Peter Byrne, who's a Bigfoot hunter for 44 years. And I gave you ideas about raising your vibration. And just now we learned about alien reproduction vehicle. So now we're down 6 days, 66 days to inner peace and personal serenity. I am definitely going to stream at some point tomorrow, and I am traveling, like I mentioned. I'm hoping everyone out there has a wonderful night. It's 4:20 here in New York, and I wanted to just mention my dreams, because I've been talking about my dreams. And I know it's a great idea for us to write down our dreams and keep track of them, and they can alert us about upcoming information, or maybe you can release during your sleep, during your dreams, your night dreams. You can release something that's bothering you. You can deal with a fear that you have. Like I mentioned the other day, I had this terrible fear. I guess I had this fear. I was always running, and in my dreams every single night I would dream about running, and then one day I said before I went to sleep, I'm not going to run in my dream tonight. And then the next day I saw what I was running from, which I was running from some darkness and some evil, and then I was fighting off different entities. And from there I've kind of, my dreams are a combination of lucid dreams, which are usually some kind of premonition, or my dreams are related to what I'm doing. Like last night I don't know if I mentioned to you that I took speech for many years. I had a speech impediment. I had speech trauma. So it wasn't until my late 20s that I took speech. And I had a really amazing coach in New York City, Elizabeth Dixon. And Elizabeth had worked with Hollywood stars, and she helped people with lisps and stutters and collapsed lungs. And she opened her heart to me, and she changed my life. And I didn't have this sounding voice until I was in my late 20s. I had a completely different sounding voice, and my voice broke every couple of words. And it was an embarrassing thing. Every time I spoke, I felt like people were sending me some kind of weird, I didn't know that I sounded the way I sounded. They were sending me like, ooh, you sound weird. And it bothered me. It was, I think it really hurt my self-esteem. I didn't feel good about myself. And this coach helped me. We would sit there and I would do speech exercises to change the muscles, change my muscles. And she taught me so much. And so now I'm so grateful to her. She was in my dream last night. And I haven't been able to talk about it today because I think it really was upsetting to me. It was like she did what's called like a visitation. They say that when people have passed, they sometimes visit you in your dreams. And this was definitely officially a visitation from Elizabeth Dixon. And so in the dream, she was helping me, which is what she always did. And she was a really strong, tough lady. And she was from St. Louis, Missouri. And she was like an old school teacher. And she was very strict. And it was all about speech and doing your speech exercises. Well, she visited me in my dream. And she had this woman with her, which I now realize, because I wrote it down in my dream journal and I look back, I realized that I think that this woman who was her friend was some other kind of, either like another spirit or an angel or something, because I remember her being diminutive. Like she was Liz Dixon was not a big lady. She was like my height. I'm not tall. I'm 5'3". And this woman was like really small actually. And she was telling me, like she was giving me validation about what I'm doing. And I think I've needed that because I'm trying to do the right things in my life and I'm trying to help people. And expose you to the fact that you can find personal serenity and you can get rid of drama and chaos in your life. And it all starts from your own heart and about loving yourself, and it's compassion. And you know what I always say, like, it's one little, imagine like a little spark of light, and then the light builds. And that's what we're doing here. We're building light. And I'm telling you that I'm here for you. I'm your friend. Whatever you think of me, I haven't had a perfect life. I've had tough times like anyone else. So before we go, I just want to say, one quick thing I'd like to just say to you. An affirmation. This would be a good affirmation for you. Fill in the sentence. As a child, I was great at, and then blank. So you say that to yourself. As a child, I was great at. And then the rest of the sentence is, and felt happy whenever because sometimes when we're children, people tell us things we can't do. And so we bury our dreams. So I'm saying, as a child, I was great at blank, fill that in, and then and felt happy whenever I blank. You can find me at maryamyofficial.com. I post on my blog every single show, and also YouTube, Mary Amy Official. I have Instagram and Facebook, Mary Amy Official page. You can go to my Mary Amy Official page and Instagram, and I post water photos and videos, and I put up clips from here, from whatever I'm streaming, and I also try to give, again, self-healing techniques. And I also have 3 books on Amazon. Thank you for joining us today. My blessings to you in honor of my Scottish grandmother Lucille. Lang may your lum reek, meaning I wish you good luck and good fortune in the future. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow, and then we'll be down to 59 days to personal serenity and inner peace. Blessings.